sun. Mama slide, mama slide, mama slide, mama slide. Bouncer slide, bouncer slide, bouncer slide, bouncer slide. Grandma slide, grandma slide, grandma slide, grandma slide. Grandpa slide, grandpa slide, grandpa slide. Let's go hunting, let's go hunting, let's go hunting, let's go hunt. Run away, run away, run away, run away. Safe at last, safe at last, safe at last, safe at last. It's the end, it's the end, it's the end, it's the end.
Thank you, everyone. That's my honor.
Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing tonight? That was the introduction song tonight. It was called Baby Slab, singing Baby Slab. It was cool. If you didn't like it, put a thumbs down. If you like it, put a big 1 in the chat or a heart. You guys hear me okay tonight? Volume is good. Hello, Morano. Jam House, Sarah Farr, Big Tim Hill News. Big Tim Hill News is putting a 1 out. Morano put a heart. Jam House put a 1. Mama Cookie said yes. Hi, Jam House. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, when my crappy stream is over, to go visit Jam House. Show him a little support. Show him some love. Listen to his music. Go visit Big Tim Hill News. Once again, another growing channel, and he's growing fast. Morano Valley News First, another great channel. Go visit him. Visit everyone that comes in here. I don't care. I told you it's not an S4S channel, but you're qualified to visit anyone you want. Now, if I'm talking a little goofy, that's because I got a cough drop in my mouth. For some reason, my sinuses started up today. But that's okay. We're having a change of weather. We went from really freaking cold to really freaking warm. So I got me some lemon iced tea. Get my vitamin C that way. And all that good stuff. So tonight we want to rant, right? We want to hear something crazy. I don't know. Will it be crazy? I've been watching a lot of channels. Yeah, I sound deeper. Mama's supposed to sound deeper. I'm supposed to sound longer, Jam House. Hello, Angry Rabbit. Angry Rabbit's really not angry. He's like Angry Broccoli's buddy and stuff. The only problem is Angry Rabbit has a bite off Angry Broccoli every time they meet. So I was watching a channel last night. Actually, I was watching a video the channel made. It was supposed to be a video for themselves to get a problem taken care of. It had to do with a so-called swatting issue. You know who you are. I'll give you a hint without saying anything about them. And of course, these clowns were crying online. Crying. Made a video. They were crying. Hi, Christy Cheney. Crying and saying it was terrible and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And, well, you know, if you get a phone call from the police and they ask if everything is okay and blah, blah, blah because somebody called them and said it wasn't, I don't consider that actually swatting. So I don't think you are actually the victim of swatting, but you can call it what you want because you're a fucking idiot. My opinion, swatting is when they fucking plow down your fucking door or pound on your door and surround your house when some idiot calls and says there's some kind of issue at your house. That's swatting. A phone call, that's not swatting. That's not swatting. You can say what you want. You can say, oh, all Christians need to stick together and support us so we can get rid of these swatters and donate to us and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the donations are just going to fucking keep you from being fucking bothered by other people. You sound like a fucking snowflake to me. Go have one of your prayer sessions somewhere else. Don't do it on my time. Because I've heard enough of that begging. Found myself another couple of e-beggars. Had some respect for them until this kind of crap came up, and they won't put out a video about the so-called swatting, so I call bullshit. And go and cry some more, and go and bitch about other people. Go start channels. Oh, yeah. The Bodder channel. You'd not think that people are smart enough to realize that that channel that had 7 or 8 freaking supporters is a fake channel that one of you fucking yo-yos created or had one of your friends create? And you were just gonna, and they're just gonna have a nice conversation with you last night, and they're gonna apologize to you if they botted your channel or swatted your channel. You're full of shit. You're full of shit, okay? You don't suck everyone into your stupidity, okay? You're running a Potsy scam. You're trying to make money. Must be a tough time of the year for you. You bitch about your bills. You don't think the rest of us have bills? You can suck it, pal and buddy. Bills. We need bills. This is my lifestyle. I'm on YouTube. This is how I do everything. I gotta make this work. Well, yeah, well, maybe you do. We don't fucking care. It's not our fucking worry to whether you make it work or not. It's up to you to make it work. Come across a little differently. Quit fucking begging all the time and quit always talking about, I don't want no donations, but a donation will help. Kind of suggestive, don't you think? Yeah. And you know exactly who I'm talking about. Okay? I've heard enough of this bullshit. I mean, it's bad enough I go to a channel about this person who's not sure why they exist, and they got these big old fucking horse teeth, and they're bitching about the deer, and why they don't trust deer anymore. Because they saw them and they don't trust them. Because a deer just stared at them. And that was about all I got out of the whole video. I didn't really understand the video, but, you know, cute girl on the show with Mr. Ed Teeth. I had to watch it. But back to the swatting thing. Holy catfish, folks. Only good Christians will continue to donate to these channels to help us stop this swatting from happening. It'll make everything go away. We'll get rid of these accounts if you donate to us. Really? You know, are people really foolish enough not to realize that the stream owner or the fucking moderators can remove these so-called bad channels? You know, all you have to do is have a moderator wrench or be the owner, and you can remove any of those channels. You don't need a donation to remove those channels. You know? Now, I can understand it, but they say, hey, man, you know, this channel, you know, be okay if you once in a while give a little bit, help us out, keep us going. If you like our show, or you like our content, you want us to stay live, it'd be cool if you donated now and then. Or if you supported us a little bit more. Or if you brought your friends over. But not asking for money directly, man. What the fuck? You know? You might as well be out on the fucking street panhandling. Or carrying a sign that says, well, you're wearing dark sunglasses, said, I need money for a seeing eye dog, and you're out there holding a pan. You know, you evidently wrote the fucking sign so you can see, but you need that money. To me, it's a scam. It's a Potsy scam. But, you know, that's my opinion. And I told you yesterday and the day before, I'm going to put my opinion out there. I don't give a shit. This is my channel. I'll talk about what I want to talk about. No one's going to tell me what I can and can't say on it as long as I'm not being overly rude or belligerent. And by the way, it's for entertainment purposes only. And if you don't understand the term entertainment purposes only, I have a different niche than you do, okay? I do things different. Hello, New Jersey Sentinel. Rosie Wren, hello, sweetheart. Sarah Farr is still here. It says I have 46 people watching. So evidently the little give the Christians some money begging thing came out. You got to give them money. They'll make those trolls go away. You know how it works. A little bit of vapor rub, a little baby troll, a wrecked car, a bear with a funny hat.
Hello, everyone. I just want you to know something. I've had enough of these people begging for money in all these different fashions. Do they really think that everyone is that stupid? That they're going to use that money to get rid of those troll channels? Are you freaking kidding me? I don't think so. You got a wrench, remove the troll channel. You are the owner, remove it. Quit Quit begging for money and saying that that'll help. Are you kidding? You sound like one of those religious marathons on TV, begging for money and coming up with excuses and crying and stuff.
Yeah, I laughed my ass off when he was crying and acting. It was a pretty good show, but the tears didn't flow. It was kind of interesting. Maybe you were caught in a lie and that's why you were crying. Show us some footage, man. You have the legal right to record all police officers in their official capacity, especially if they come to your house or are on public property. You can record them. It is not illegal. Quit trying to tell people that bullshit too. You don't understand the Constitution or the First Amendment, do you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Bubbles, the bear, and the eagle have a clue what they're talking about. And that's why I always follow the eagle, because the eagle knows stuff.
Yeah, that eagle knows something. And you heard Baby Slab singing, and so you know Baby Slab knows some stuff too. Okay, back to our originally scheduled program.
Yep, look like we got up to 71 haters in here now, or maybe we got friends. I don't know. Y'all want to hear what I got to say? Listen, hey man, remember to read my disclaimer and understand my about section it is for entertainment purposes only. If you feel like I'm like being derogatory towards you or the way you're doing things, hey, too damn bad. I don't care. You know, I'm going to give my point of view. You know, the Democrats can give their point of view and the Republicans can give their point of view. Well, Slabby's going to give his point of view and mine's going to make a whole hell of a lot more sense than a bunch of idiots begging for donations and saying how terrible their swatting was. Prove it. I want to see film. I don't just want words and you telling us that there was a freaking phone call and blah. That's not swatting, man. You got a freaking phone call. That's not any more freaking irritating than having a telemarketer call you. You know? Come on, man. Get off your high horse. Maybe you need to like find something else to do. Take up macrame or crochet or something to sell whatever potholders you make. You know, if you can't do it online without begging and filling people's heads full of crap, you know, you're gonna have to come up with a new one, because all this crap is gonna boil down back to you later. You know, people are gonna catch on. They're gonna be like, oh, okay, well, they didn't prove that. What's next? You know, what's next? What's next? Your dog gonna have cancer or something? My eye on you. Message was deleted by Dulce Betty. It's like being a Mr. Rogers' neighbor. Oh, you didn't have to delete that. That's okay. That's okay. If there's any hate speech, pedo speech, you know, racism, then you can remove it. But my eye on you is fine. I'm gonna make my eye on you a mod, just to protect it from mods who aren't quite sure what the situation is here. Okay, my eye on you. You are now a moderator. I like the comment, by the way, but that's okay, Dulce. That's okay. I don't, they can be hateful towards me. As long as they're not hateful towards my audience or the people watching, it's all good, okay? I don't mind. They can all have their eyes on me as far as I'm concerned. They can all kiss the brown eye on my backside as far as I'm concerned. No big deal. You know, I don't care. Now, I talked about the young lady with the Mr. Ed teeth who didn't know why she was on this planet. She used to talk about unicorns and lollipop trees. And now she was, well, her conversation started off with her dad bought the wrong kind of hot dogs, and it made her throw up. And I said, well, what kind of hot dog does your daddy usually give you? You know, I know you're in your 20s. I'm pretty sure daddy's sick of looking at old mommy, but, you know, okay, we won't go there. That was rude. All right. The other issue I had was, for the last 2 weeks, I've been buying these bags at Jolly Ranchers, looking for green ones. Do you realize that I have a pile of blue ones, a pile of red ones, and I only ever found 2 at the most green ones? Do they sell green Jolly Ranchers by themselves? I'm sure they do, but probably just not where I'm at, huh? So that irritates me because those are my favorites. So now I got this huge candy bowl, and I can't give it to the neighbor kids because I'm not giving candy to children. I mean, maybe I can give it to their parents and they can give it to them, because I don't want someone to come up with some bullshit story, you know, because you know how the tube is. If you say you're giving candy to kids, oh, why are you doing that, huh? Ooh, and you play with toys and you giving kids candy and blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't want to hear it, you know. I'd much rather listen to these people with the Botter account talk about how they were being swatted by the border, and how they made this deal with the border last night, and how this border kneeled to them and said, okay, I'm sorry, and blah. Come on, man. If someone swatted you in reality or botted your ass, they're not apologizing to you, especially when you're telling them you're going to remove 3 of their accounts. You're full of shit. You think they were going to be civil to you? You think their life all of a sudden changed and they love you? No, they were your accounts. I checked. That's why I don't like liars. Oh, you didn't want that to get out there, though, did you? So who else is here? Dean Machine, hello. Bouncer's a booger head. Those better, yep, same. For real. Yes, the apple ones are great. I love the apple Jolly Ranchers. If you take 2 apple Jolly Ranchers, you put them in a little glass, maybe with, 2 shots of vodka. And you let that sit for a bit. And then if they don't stick too badly to the bottom, you pour it into a bigger glass and you add a little 7-Up or Sprite to that. You will thank me. You will definitely thank me. Yes, they are delicious. So other than that, I just wanted to come on and give a little bit of insight on what has been pissing me off the last couple of days, and I've been watching these videos, and I sat, and I'm going to tell you, I did watch the video in its entirety. I did. I watched that video in its entirety because I wanted to see this swatting that was going on. I didn't see any swatting. I just saw 2 old guys off their freaking rockers begging for donations in a sly way of saying, well, it's not about the money, but it would sure help, and oh my God, you wouldn't believe how terrible it was. It was a life-changing event, and I was in a bathroom and they didn't have any toilet paper, and it crushed my heart. Oh, please donate so I can make sure there's toilet paper there next time, ladies and gentlemen, donate. Whatever. Don't try it with me. See, you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you're not going to fool all of them all the time, and you're not going to fool Slabby. I pay attention to everything. Keywords expressly, eye movement and actions. The way your mouth turns when you talk. So, if you invite me to your chat, I'm going to analyze you 100%. Because I'm not so much, just because you see me leaving a lot of comments, doesn't mean I'm just watching the chat. I'm watching you. I'm watching your eyes. I'm watching your mouth. I'm watching your nose flare. I'm watching it all. And I'm also watching when you see certain comments come up or people say certain things, what your reaction is. So that I can take that reaction and add it to another reaction and figure out what happens when that next reaction comes. And if you can't figure that out, it's just a form of psychology 101. You haven't had a green one in a while, Dean. That sucks. Big Tim Hill News says he still needs 125 to go live. He is trying to hit that 1,000 plateau. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can share him out, share him out. I want you to know you got to watch his first auditing video because this man was straightforward and to the point, and he let you know he didn't know what was going on. And I enjoyed it. Although some other channels made props with it and made a little fun of it, they enjoyed it too, and they're good channels. I got nothing about it. Hey, we all giggled because he did a good job and he did something none of us had ever seen before. He really didn't know what was going on, ladies and gentlemen. It was awesome. And he let us know that I really don't know what's going on. This is my first audit. I don't know what's going on. I'm getting these freaking Trump messages day in and day out constantly. He inviting me to a dinner now. Yeah. And how much you got to donate to go to dinner with President Trump? I don't know. Maybe they roll the dice or something. I don't know. I'd much rather just vote for the guy and show my support that way than go to dinner with him because I can't be around Ivanka. I'm going to have wood forever. I'm not doing it. I don't want that public little stubby to be showing. VJ9A is now a moderator. Okay? Now I see I went back down to 11 people. I was up to 71 at one time. I'm pretty sure that was either from another live stream or from one of the yo-yos I was talking about. Unfortunately, a lot of us have a tendency to run our live streams at the same time. Me, I just run it whenever I feel like it, okay? Once again, I tell you, there is no time slot. Whenever I go on, that's my time slot, okay? I don't hold anything against anyone else for running their streams. I'm not a big channel. I don't have the competition that, they do, so they're going to pick up all the viewers and stuff. That's not a big deal. I'm not here for the money, man. I'm here for the funny. Later, Jam House. Sorry I didn't see you say you were leaving. I know you got to go to work. And to you, that's a 24/7 deal from what I've seen on your channel. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to go visit Jam House. He's got great music, great games. Make sure you know everything that's going on. If you don't know how to play the games, or if you don't know what the options are, you can always ask a moderator if it's there. And if you see the Flippy Bot there, the Flippy Bot usually tells you what's going on and how you can do things. But in the meantime, you can listen to some new music that you've never heard anywhere else in general. Because Jam House supports bands that aren't really out on the circuit big time, but boy, they make some good music. Some of them are, but I mean, they make some, and he also supports regular bands. So, I mean, no big issue here. I got the 8-ball here. I got to find out if Jam House is a good channel. Let's shake that up. Concentrate and ask again. That's bizarre. That's the first time I've ever seen concentrate and ask again. Oh, that's because I was thinking of about 4 things. Okay, we'll see what happens here. Is Jam House a wonderful channel? Jam House, I'm reading it as it is. You know me, I won't change the words. My sources say yes. I've never seen that one before. I wonder if Baby Slab changed these on me. She does that once in a while. Some of these have different ones, like weird ones, like buy a new car and stuff. All right, we're going to try this one more time. Does Big Tim Hill deserve to grow? 8-ball says. Boy, that was plain. All in the bubbles and stuff. I don't know if you can see it, but that was the blatant yes. I ask about Big Tim Hill News, I get like a straight up answer. I ask about Jam House, I get a twisted answer. This ball is no longer my friend. This 8-ball has been fired. Because I don't trust 8-balls that aren't kind-hearted. I gotta wipe this off here. I got something on there. I don't know what it is. Lisa Smith, hello. I don't know who Lisa is. Mom, well, I know she's got 25 subscribers, but I thought she knew you, so you can just, Okay. So Jam House has got his, Jam House, it did say it was okay. I don't know what the deal was. This 8-ball is messed up, but it does say under that thing, made in China.
Sure Baby Slab didn't switch it out on you?
Most likely. Made in China, and it says most likely. Yeah, no, it's made in China. Baby Slab pulls the fast ones on me. There's a couple 8-balls in the house. And when I say there's a couple 8-balls, they're not swattable 8-balls, thank you. They are magic 8-balls. A toy, okay? A toy 8-ball. Because that's what I have is toys. Because when I was a kid, I didn't have any toys. I told you that before. There was sticks and there was rocks and there was my third leg. And I played with whatever I could and certain things I couldn't play with in public, so that's life, All right, we got that settled. So let's go back to see what's going on over here. See if anyone's crying.
It was a life-changing experience. Oh my God. I got a phone call from a telemarketer police officer asking me to give for the policeman's ball. I was swatted. Oh, whenever that policeman asked me for a donation, I knew they were swatting me. Oh, I'm the one who's supposed to ask for donations. They're not. Oh, life-changing.
Shut up, old man. You're full of baloney. I'm gonna listen to Bouncer Slab. I think he's much more intelligent. And he has a wonderful new sign. Warning, if you are found here tonight, you will be found here tomorrow. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, and remember, for 50 cents, you can always blow Bubbles, and Bubbles will be happy. Happy potato. Yes, that's a happy potato, not a furry one, okay? That's a real potato. It's happy. It doesn't have anything to do with going and bothering people at synagogues and stuff, okay? My potato actually has good taste. I said it. My potato has good taste. It doesn't bother people at synagogues. It doesn't try to trigger people on purpose. It's a good potato.
Well, Bubbles is on key tonight. But that's all right. Hey, it happens. Sometimes you feel like a nut. See what happens here. Ugh. Had a little smudge there. I don't know what it came from. Let's do this here. Sorry. There we go. That was my fault, ladies and gentlemen. I'm yelling at the phone, and I probably spit all over it like an idiot. Because I am an idiot. So, I'm still waiting for the swatting video. And I'm not going to stop waiting for that swatting video. You know, the Mr. Ed Teeth thing, you know, hey girl, you're not British, but you got British going on. And your way of talking nonchalantly, smoothly, and trollingly is somewhat hilarious, except the video you made about wanting to catch the coronavirus just to find out what it feels like. That kind of concerned me, and I believe you might have some mental issues. And coming from me, that could be bad, because I might have some mental issues. But I would never, ever want to catch something just to see how it feels. Well, you know, there's certain things, but we're not going to talk about them. Smurfette did it. Hello. Vanity Smurf. Dulce Betty is laughing. I'm sorry I made you guys laugh. You know, I was supposed to be ranting. I wasn't supposed to be here to make you laugh. And as you know, tonight I got the Fisherman Troll. Well, yeah, let's check this out. I forgot these guys were here. We're going to have to let everyone know they're here. There's the Fisherman Troll. There's the Dr. Fish Troll. There's the little devil troll. There's the pirate police officer troll with his gun up under his chin. Hallelujah. There's the baby Christmas troll. There's that raggedy old begging bear. That's going to be his name. Raggedy old Pennsylvania begging bear. We're going to call him Ben from Dover. Ben Dover. And there's why. Because he's got the vapor rub right next to his feet. And he shouldn't be so close to Baby Slab, who was singing the song earlier. And there's the brainwashed tooting chicken troll. You know, that one's from Wisconsin. That's the Green Bay, Wisconsin area chicken troll right there. Yep. And there's my buddy, Buck the Police, Mark. He's the big troll. There's the 5-stage hippo bubble blower. There's a little gem troll. There's the piggy. Oink, 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 oink. The Chef Slabby troll. Yeah. And there we go. So we got all that there. And of course, you know the bear's here. Hello, everyone. The bear's always here. So we got that taken care of. So I did my introductions. You heard the song when you came in. If you didn't, I'm sorry. That's the way it goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read some chat here and see if anyone has anything they want me to gripe on. Why would anyone want that exactly? Hello, Smurfette did it. I am not seeing any comments coming in. Is there a reason? Is there a chat going on, Mama? Or did the chat stall? Interesting. Well, there's 11 people in here. There was 71 earlier. Rano Valley News, you're asking about the kohlrabi, the great big kohlrabi that's normally the size of a tennis ball. That was some of the sweetest kohlrabi I've ever had in my life. And now I did make some veggie fries with it also. And we deep fried them, but they never really seem to get crispy. The water content is different for some reason. They were soggy-ish kind of and sweet, but they were okay. Okay. I wouldn't exactly try that again unless I found a better recipe, maybe a batter dip recipe or something that got crispy, like maybe my fried chicken recipe, what I use for fried chicken. Then I think they would be enjoyable. I think they need to be coated. Just doing them like home fries didn't work. Roadhog Kennel, hello, how are you? Yeah, there's people definitely watching, and some people probably got mad at me for griping on this here crybaby the other night talking about a swatting. A phone call isn't a swatting. I don't give a shit who you are, okay? Swatting is when someone pounds on your door, surrounds your house, or knocks down your door. A phone call, you call that a swatting? I call that a telemarketer. So suck it. If you don't like it, bite me. I don't care. That's the way it is. Okay? And the old wacky whack, that's the new one. It's wacky is whack. Because, once again, you don't explain to me what a swatting is in that fashion. That is the most ludicrous thing I ever heard. I thought you said you were a Christian. Whatever. Yeah, right. If you're a good Christian, you'll donate when you're asked. I'm going to make a Sunday sermon. Because I'm all of a sudden a religious channel. Yeah, I'm going to pray for these people and pray for them. Bullshit. You will do anything for $1. That's what you will do. Okay? Green Bay wacky. Anything for $1 because you make your living off your channel. Who cares? Does that make you important? Does that make you special? Do you think I give a shit? No, I don't. And yes, I mentioned you. Now go to see if you were mentioned part section comments, and you'll find out you were mentioned. Because I think you're a freaking fraud. I don't care how many music videos you made up and all. You act like you're mental. You got issues, dude. You talk about me and my toys. You're sitting there thinking you're going to be like the next Captain Kangaroo or some shit. Dude, get a life. You aren't going to do it. And I'm not going to help you. How do you like that? The only wacky pack I'm aware of is a fucking pack of cigarettes. Freaking clowns. Making their life off of YouTube with just a few thousand subscribers. Are you kidding me? You better get up in the hundreds of thousands of subscribers or the millions of subscribers if you want to make a real living. Don't go and act like you're something special. You're struggling, man. You wouldn't be begging if you weren't struggling. And that's that. If you had that many good followers that were just so foolish to send you all their money, you wouldn't be asking for more unless you're getting greedy and they are sending you too much. But in the meantime, you're hurting them because they could use that for themselves, for gas, for heat, for lights, for food. And then at the end of their month, they got to find a way to make it. But you don't care as long as you get it. As long as you get it, that's it. Freaking beggars.
Oh, you put the fuck out in the community.
Yes, money changes everything. Smurfette did it. You are correct. And at one point, you have to ask yourself, when does a person stop? They don't. Just like the legal system, they continue to extort money to get more money because they get greedy. Well, that's what happens to these clown channels that got used to begging and getting a few big donations. And then they make up these accounts, these stock accounts, and they pretend like they gave and helped this person that was around, and it's just somebody that's another one of their accounts or one of their friends' accounts, and they sent $200, $400, $500 to this person, blah, 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 and they're sending it to themselves. I mean, come on, man. This shit was lame 2 years ago when I caught on to it with this guy. Yeah, right there, with that guy. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You know? If you got a retirement, you got a retirement. You definitely worked for a retirement, but you're begging for money now? Go collect aluminum cans or something, man. Do something productive. Help the environment. Go out and pick wild mushrooms if you need extra food. Go fishing. Stop begging. Stop begging. Stop begging. You're irritating. God only helps those who help themselves. So begging is helping myself. Whatever. Suck it. Let's see what's going on, chat. I'm rambling. Yes, exactly, Smurfette did it. Jesus did not beg. He provided. They made $2K in an hour and a half. You tell me. Yeah, that's begging. You know? For what? How is that money going to help them get rid of the trolls? That's the first thing. How is it going to help get rid of the troll channels when they're their own troll channels? They're trolling them damn selves, you know? So, oh yeah, okay, so the channel doesn't come back. Well, that's because it was their channel, and they're probably going to change the name of it. Nice scam, I mean, by the way. It's a good scam, but it doesn't work with some of us. Some of us aren't stupid, you know? And then you're going to get the swatting to stop by getting donations. How does that work? How does that work? These guys are sitting back laughing at your dumbasses for giving donations. Anyone who gave the Wacky Pack or that Upside Down 7, Scab 7 or Scam 7 a freaking donation's an idiot. Yeah. I'm going to call it Green Apple Splatters Wacky and Scam 7. Taking your money and tickling their little bellies and giggling like this little, you know, that, I'm not going to say his name, but you know, he's the Poppy. Okay, there, that's close enough. You know, I got a donation. I suckered them in. They fell for it. They listened to me, and I stared at the camera. Really good, and I didn't blink. And in the meantime, my hands are typing, but they can't see my hands because they can only see my face. I'm typing and pretending that I'm another person, and I'm in the chat. And guess what? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, ha. I caught on. I seen the motions. I seen it, and I seen the videos or the words posting on the screen. And I said, "Oh, that's nice." He's pretending to be someone else while he's talking to the chat, and he's got this dumb look in his face, like he shit his pants, like he just shit his pants. So maybe he does need the donations for diapers. I don't know. But when you got a dumb look in your, because you know you pan down, you moved your shoulders a little bit, you know. Now you don't just sit there like this, okay? You see, people don't sit there and move those shoulders, okay? When people sit there, they just sit there. The shoulders don't move. That means your arms and hands are busy, and that might have something to do with that Bodder account, huh? Yeah, it's fake. Well, you see, I never gave any of those fellows any money. I didn't give them any donations because when I first went to those channels, I was modded, and then after a couple days, I didn't give a donation, and they're like, "Well, you know who you are. You could help, blah blah blah." And then I lost my wrench, and then I became a troll according to them. I was trolling their channel. Then I was banned from their channels, and then I was educated by them evidently in their own little minds, and later they unbanned my channels. You know, they're full of shit. You know, anyone who mods you and expects something for that mod wrench is full of baloney, number one, because that mod wrench doesn't give you a damn thing. Okay, I give them out for free. You know, I don't care. You don't get superpowers from being a mod. And you can always go to another channel and do the same thing you're doing on their channel and probably be appreciated much more, because a lot of channels are out there doing this for fun. They're not doing it for money, man. But those clowns, man, they're getting out of care. Oh, well, let's put it this way. February is a tough month for anyone. And to be e-begging for money in February, to me, is heinous. It's the worst time of the year for everyone. It's when you got to catch up with everything before April. You know, and these guys think they got to do it. Why are they e-begging? Well, I'll tell you why they're e-begging. They have taxes due. 9 chances out of 10, they have a 1099 to file, and they spent all the money. Now they need to make the money to pay the taxes for that the money they got last year. So they probably got a 1099 and they're like, oh shit, we can't tell them that we have tax issues. We gotta say we got swatted. Yeah, let's say we got swatted. Let's not tell them that we got our taxes. Let's that 1099's got to be. Well, we got to send that money. So they're gonna scam you until they get enough money to pay their damn taxes. That's right. And then you're going to end up with issues, needing food, water, clothing, whatever, lights, gas, because you gave them money because you felt bad because they said they were swatted. Bullshit. I believe we have a 1099 issue here. I believe someone spent all their money and didn't save any money for taxes, and they got their 1099, and they deserve it. And they didn't realize that by sending themselves money, that was on the taxes on the 1099 too. It's all accounted for. Dumbasses. Whatever. But they think, oh, these other people will get me out of that. They'll give me the donation. They'll get me out of it. Whatever. Yeah. You see, I do know something. I'm not a complete fool. I might act like an asshole. I might come across in a bad, mean way, but I am not. I understand life, and I also understand people who are coasting off of other people's shirt tails. Stop. So, any other questions? I guess it wasn't really any. Mr. Razzer Harass, hello. I will make you a moderator so you're protected on my channel. I'm sorry I missed it. The chat was not really showing. Maybe bake the veggie to draw. You know, that's cool, Morano. I could try to bake them, but the thing is, there's so much liquid in them, they would shrink down to spaghetti straws, spaghetti. I think I'm just going to stick to eating the kohlrabi cold and raw because it's good that way. I mean, fried is okay too, but it was just like I said, it got limp. And it was very tender. Don't get me wrong, it was very tender. It was sweet, but there was just something about it. It just wasn't right. I guess in less time, less effort, and more flavor, I can just do potatoes that way. So I'll just eat the kohlrabi fresh. People keep deductible, shaking my head. Miles, equipment, etc. Miles, equipment, etc. Yeah. You never come across in a bad way. Muggsy, hello, how are you? You are, of course, a moderator on my channel. It's nice to see you again. I hadn't seen you for a while, and you know how I get scrambled around because I try to visit everyone. I don't stay in one place too long, but I do return. And Muggsy is another channel that I enjoyed. He's got a very unique commentary and sense of humor, and they work together just fine. Who else is here? It's all good, Bouncer Slab. Thank you. Hi, Muggsy. See, everyone here knows Muggsy. Muggsy's awesome. Muggsy never did me any harm. Muggsy's always been cool. Muggsy has also been pointed in wrong directions about who's a troll and who's not a troll, like everyone else has. We've all been pointed in directions and told this person's a troll or that person's a troll, but I want you to know, most of the people that we were told were trolls aren't trolls. They were just people who didn't donate to certain channels. So all of a sudden you didn't donate, you became a troll. Well, that's okay. Some of us raise families. Some of us have kids. Some of us pay our bills. Some of us do have other things to do with that, like maybe go fishing, have fun, go out once in a while, not send it to people begging for it. I mean, I understand if you send it, you send it. It's your money. A fool and his money shall soon be parted. I understand that. That's your choice. It's not my choice to make for you. I'm just talking on my own behalf at this point in time. I'm not suggesting that you shouldn't. I'm just telling you my opinion. I will never suggest that you shouldn't do something that you put your mind to doing. You can do that on your own. Won't have to pay taxes and have enough deductibles. Well, that's another thing, 1, 2, 3. You see, I also kind of caught on to another kind of I'm going to go with a religious issue scam that I have. Online religion and preaching and having a Sunday sermon all of a sudden and doing this and doing that and having the prayer sessions. There might be a specific write-off for that, and they're playing every angle of the system they can, and that's why I said they're shitbirds. Okay? How do you go from singing terrible songs to good songs to terrible songs, having good conversations with people, some not so great, swearing live just like I do, And then all of a sudden you're a Christian on Sunday and you're running a Sunday stream and you're looking for donations from all these people who believe that you are the man that is going to change their lives. Bullshit. There is no man, M-A-N, that will change your lives. That's all I'm going to say. No man. No human being. Anything that'll change your life is a force beyond you and me. So giving a man your money for their beliefs that they only have on Sunday, of course, but they occasionally make a prayer and they act like they feel sorry for people. And yeah, this one's in the hospital, that one's in the hospital. Let's say a prayer for that. Please send me a donation and I'll send it to them and blah bullshit. You know, any one of us can play that. A green screen. You can use a green screen, put any background you want on it. And you can have people come on your panel that are friends who clean hospitals, who empty fucking bedpans and pretend they're fucking in the hospital as a patient. The next thing you know, you got people praying for them. And there's nobody that's even sick. The room's actually empty. It's just a bedpan changer, the spore scrubber in there freaking doing it for them. Yeah, we're catching on, man. We're catching on. I see it in a different way. I don't trust anyone who begs. And begging is repetitious. To me, begging is spamming. When you do it over and over and over again, that's spamming. When someone throws up a PayPal, that's a PayPal. Who cares? You know? But when you keep begging, and you already have it, you have a super chat down in the right-hand corner, you know, it's already there. It says super chat. If someone wants to do it, they're going to do it. And you got PayPal, which you pop up, or everyone puts a PayPal up. No big deal. No, I don't, you know, but when you keep saying it, think about that. That's 75%. The super chat in the right-hand corner, posting your PayPal link, and then asking for money. That's all you're doing, man. You're asking for free money. You want a free ride. You want to take a vacation. You want to do it on someone else's dollar. You lazy fucker. Now, if you guys don't agree, that's okay. Like I said, this is my own opinion. I'm not trying to sway anyone in one way or the other to believe this or believe that. Once you see through it, you'll see through it. You know, not all of us mature at the same rate. Big Tim Hill News, thank you for coming back. Yes, 123 is claiming a nonprofit, and that is sad. That's what the that's what I was getting at. I didn't want to say it, but I'm glad you did. That's why all of a sudden the religious sermons on Sunday and prayer Sundays and all that crap. And there's nothing religious about that. So I don't care what they say. They could talk about church I could do that. You want to see Reverend Slab? I can make a fucking Reverend Slab. And it would be just for entertainment purposes only. You understand this? I could do that. I could do it, and new people coming in would think I'm actually a reverend. I know, I'm fully versed, okay? I've been there, I've done that, you know? I just don't choose to be that way. Why deceive people? I'm not going to deceive you. You see what you see. You get what you get. Am I an idiot? Sure, I'm an idiot. Do I know some stuff? Yeah, of course I do. Whatever it is. But I know it. Maybe. I don't know. You decide. How's that? You decide. Did I just make myself sound unsure of myself to see if it would get a reaction from you? Yes, I did. The same way I could make a positive outcome from a positive statement about myself. But I'm not doing that. I want you to choose for yourself. I'm not here to sway you. Okay? Big Tim Hill News is being said hello by 123, and 123 is said hello by Big Tim. 123 to 1K. Big Tim, you're going pretty fast. You're doing okay. Just relax. Hold those on. I have a couple other friends that were going to visit you, but they left for a bit. They'll be around. But what about the ones who are too stupid and don't? Well, the ones, a fool and her money will soon be parted. If you can't be smart enough to donate to a channel that you see running all the time, a channel that actually works and is paying for the time to keep everyone entertained and they keep clean chats. I'm telling you, these 24/7 streams are the cleanest chats I've ever seen in my life. And it's hard for me because I have a very sick sense of humor at times. They deserve some love, some care. But the ones that just come on for a short couple hours and act like it's a 5-6 hour marathon and it's doing this, and they're only doing it for the money. They're not doing it for the funny. They're the entertainment. They don't care. They're using cold stories to get you to give money. They're making you feel pity upon them for money. It's ridiculous. Roadhog says you just asked the Eagle then. What are you going to ask the Eagle, Roadhog? My brother is an ordained minister. The fact is he marries his lifelong friends. Well, that's pretty cool, though. I mean, it'd be kind of strange, especially if before he was an ordained minister, he was dating some of them. But, you know, I guess it's kind of like better you than me, buddy. You know, I didn't mean it that way, but you know what I'm saying. You know, if my luck, because I was a man, I got around. They called me Hopper. I bounced around when I was younger. I had a few different girls, and I'm pretty sure that if I became an ordained minister and went back home and started marrying couples, you know, guy, girl, guy, whatever, marrying them, I would run into somebody that I had banged before, and I'd have to look at them and say, dude, better you than me. Better you than me. You know, I just know that's me. Roadhog says, I'm going to ask Eagle about everything. Roadhog, read my About page. How it says it's for entertainment purposes only. Don't take anything I say to heart. It's just giving you something to stew upon or think about. Are my opinions my opinion in reality? Yes, they are. Do I really think the way I think? Yes, I do. The things I say, do they have fact to me? To me, I believe they are fact or very, very close or the next step for these idiots who are scamming money out of everyone. I don't like seeing little old ladies who try to do everything and are stuck in their home and they get a check once a month, so they're living on a fixed income already. I don't like to see them give these idiots their money because these little old ladies don't have anyone to go back on, man. They're little old ladies. And these guys don't care. They'll boo-hoo and they'll pretend to cry, and then you don't even see a tear shed. Just watch the last video of that freaking idiot. And I'm not saying I gave enough information on that. If they didn't take it down already because they're so embarrassed of the stupidity they showed and how easy it was to catch Mr. Tapping his fingers and making that so-called Botter account work and saying we're going to get rid of it and having Botter apologize and blah, blah, blah. Come on, guys, you're full of shit. One big happy nest of fucking evil. There's nothing Christian about that. Not to mention, Christians don't beg. Christians don't expect. Christians survive because they thrive on the fact that they realize that life isn't forever. Heaven is, that's a Christian thing. Roadhog kind of bounced. No, I didn't. I was just picking on you, Roadhog. I didn't take it wrong. I was just spouting off at the mouth, man. You're allowed to say anything you want here, man. You call me a dickhead if you want. I don't care. Taxi 7 did wear a diaper. I don't know. Let's see if we can do the smell test. Let's see. Get this car wreck off him. Got a brainwashed tooting chicken troll. Going to do the smell test on this one. Oh yeah. That son of a bitch had a loaded diaper. Yep. That one has a loaded diaper. No doubt in my mind. Yep. It's a train wreck in those pants. Yep. Like a open box of Tootsie Rolls. Yep. I don't know. Not trying to impress anyone. If I hurt someone's feelings, I'm sorry, but not. Once again, like I said, this is my channel. My type of entertainment is different from everyone else's type of entertainment. I say what I want. I do goofy things while I'm on here. I also stick to serious conversations at times. Tonight was both serious and fun. Okay, I was here to be serious and fun tonight. I wanted to put something out there, but I wanted you to think about fun at the same time as hearing all this bullshit. Okay, what we got going on here? Faith requires faith, not others' generosity or pity. Smurfette did it. You are 100% correct. Unfortunately for Bouncer Slab, Smurfette did it, I lost my faith a few years ago. About 16 years ago. I didn't lose hope. Okay, Bouncer did not lose hope. But I lost faith. And as a matter of fact, when she died, I changed her name from Hope to Faith. Because I would rather lose faith than hope. And that would be my now 16-year-old daughter. But we don't need to talk about that. I just want you to understand the expression of my mind. And that is a true story, by the way. So I'm closing in on an hour, and you folks know that Bouncer Slab does not like to stick online much more than an hour. I don't like to give anyone an opportunity to, I don't want to give them too much information to play with, because they'll play with it and they'll try to use me to get views on their channel. How is that? It's been done. These freaking clowns use my ideas to get people to come visit. Like my scammer. Remember my scammer? I talked about the cop watching and scamming and getting arrested for money so they can get the so-called bail money and blah, 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 and get out of jail and have all that bail money and you never get it back. Well, I saw someone else talking about that. As a matter of fact, it was one of the channels that I'm talking about tonight. You know? Talking about people and their money being separated and blah, blah, blah. They're full of bullshit. And you know, it's your money. You can do what you want with it. Yes, correct. It is your money. You can do what you want with it. But when you have someone telling you that they need money and it's your money, you can do what you want with it, they're starting to beg. They're trying to get under your skin. They're psychologically making you believe that you must, to continue being their friend, you must give them some money. And you start feeling sorry for them because you've heard all these little stories and blah, 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 and you do it and you screw up. Then when it comes time when you need help, you ask them for help, they ignore you, but they go right to their other alternate channels and say, well, we just helped this one. I saw it on that 7 channel that one time. A lady came in, and I just happened to know who the lady was because I sent her in. And she asked for help for a serious situation to see what would happen. And they ignored her comments. And then they acknowledged it a little bit, and then some other account came in that had no picture, no avatar, just a colored green dot and a letter. Came in and asked for something and said, did you come to the conclusion that you could help me? Next thing you know, they donated $500 to that one, but they didn't help one of the actual viewers. They helped themselves. And that was another thing that I caught on to. The cheating the system and pretending they're helping people, but they're only doing it to their own account. See, anyone can have Slack accounts. Anyone can have an alternate device. Anyone can send to themselves from one device to another and make it look like they're sending to some person who really needs it. It's bullshit. And they try to put seeds in to see if anyone will donate the money. And some of the seeds that I saw that old 7 put in there were ridiculous, high, $200, $300, $400, and oh, God bless, and blah, blah, blah. And then the people are going right along with it. And here they were part of the whole scam shenanigans because they were going to split it up. It's a Potsy scam, ladies and gentlemen. It is a scam. I've been watching, paying attention, testing the waters, testing the fences. They have been caught. Channel 123 is crying. Why are you crying, 123? Oh, 123, should we give you money? 123 is crying. I should give 123. Oh, 123, you don't have a PayPal. Oh, well, we'll give it to me, okay? Here we go. I'm going to give me some money. Okay, I sent it to my account, and I'll share it with you. Wait a minute. What? I play around mostly to tick people off. That's a good idea. Me either, Smurf. That pisses me off and turns me away. Yes. Hi, Raz. Say Mr. Fast. Same Mr. Fast. That's yes. That's what ticked off. Okay. That's only for getting rid of gift cards. Doing it to screw people is wrong. Yeah. That's true. That's true. There, 123. I agree. You know, but they did the gift card thing too. You know, where if you got a gift card, and it's like a regular credit card, you can still send it to my PayPal. You don't have to send money, or you don't have to put money on a credit card. You know, It won't cost you anything if you do the gift card, blah, blah, blah. I've seen that too. But some of us are smart enough to only keep a card handy, and it's a prepaid card, and nothing else. Because you never know when old Slabby's drinking, if he's drinking, when he gets a soft heart, and he hears someone boo-hoo-hoo, and they show their boobs online or something, or close to it, I might give a donation. I've never put $1 down a stripper's G-string in my entire life, but I might give a donation if never mind. I don't want to go there. Because I always said my mother was my favorite stripper, especially on allowance day, because I got to see a longer show, but that was a joke, okay? That was a joke. Okay. Mr. Razaras still here. 1, 2, 3. Smurfette, Sarah Farr. Taxes is going to nail people planning Ponzi scams. They are trying to play the game once played on eBay, trying to drive prices. Yes, exactly. And that's something I noticed on eBay. Mama Cookie and I were talking about that. We researched a few things on eBay, and we know that Beanie Babies are a farce. It's a thing of the past. And we happened to Google them first because she didn't have an eBay connection. She couldn't get it, but she got Google. And these two beanies that she found were selling for $3,000 and $6,000, or that's what the price was on Google. So we went over to the shop. We bought them. We paid 99 cents a piece. It was nothing. And laughing, thinking we probably found something that might be more rare. And it turns out they were rare. They were wrong dated. They were dated 1993 and 1997, which was, a mix of dates. But when we went onto I can't say it. When we went on to eBay, we found something interesting. There was people asking $1,200. There was people asking $3,000, and there was people asking $1,999 for the same ones. So then I went to the completed listings. That's where it turns green. It goes from red to green. You hit completed or sold. It's on your filter option. And I was finding them for $1.99. The same exact ones that people were asking $3,000 and $6,000 for were sold for $1.99. See, ladies and gentlemen, you can ask anything you want for an item because it's yours. If you think it's worth something and you're trying to run a scam, or you think someone's going to think you got something better than everyone else, but you're going to get $1.99, or you're going to keep it. Okay? That's what it was, $1.99. And there was piles of them. I think the highest one we saw was like a mint condition in the pack was like $3.99. $3.99, okay? And on the other side of the coin, they were asking $3,000 to $1,200. What a joke. But that just tells you how they ride the prices up. They probably screwed up when they bought them all, lost a bunch of money, and decided they were going to try to catch some stupid idiot during tax time. And, well, they were going to sell them a piece of junk for a pile of money and get themselves out of the hole. Kind of like certain people, with their religious shit and their squatting shit. They're bullshit. Bullshit. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rosie's Little Garden. I just hope this person who's calling on people is caught getting sick of it. Well, Rosie's Little Garden, number one, we got to know whether or not someone was actually calling or whether it was just part of their script, okay? I didn't see or hear anything. I checked the videos. I didn't find anything. Generally, when someone gets swatted, they would be smart enough to show it. You can record the police, of course, in your own home or in public. So when they're in their official capacity, you can record them legally. And that would make for an interesting video. As a matter of fact, I guess they were more worried about making money by e-begging than they were about having a viral video, which is also concerning to me, because if they had such great content, they would have used it. So they're full of shit again. But yes, the people that are actually swatting people out there, the idiots, they do get caught eventually. And that was the other thing, where they were like all of a sudden backing out on it and saying, well, when you get caught or if you get caught, people, you can be tracked, okay? You can be tracked if you're doing such a thing. And for this person to sit there and apologize, this imaginary person to sit there and apologize and then agree that, okay, you can take my account down and blah, blah, blah. It is a offense, okay? It is a crime to do that, to be swatting people. And for these people to accept it, once again, told me that they were faking. It was bullshit, okay? You don't just do that. You don't just let them back on your channel, you know, and saying, well, we're gonna bring them on so that they can be traced by the police. Bullshit. When a person has 8 people subscribed to their channel, they are not the one who had you swatted, number one. You know? Generally, when you call them botters and you say, well, they're the reason I had 300 people yesterday and went down to 5 and then it went back up to 300, that one account won't do it. Okay? So there's a whole bunch of positives and negatives in the whole situation, but I think they're full of shit. Okay, that's my opinion. I'm not trying to hurt anyone's feelings. Yes, Mr. Mr. Raz or harass. Let me get my tongue untied. I have a mechanical tongue. That keeps Mama happy. And I mean, forget that. I didn't say that. You were right. It is something that needs, because people don't pay attention. They actually think this stuff is really going on, and they don't understand that YouTube is just one big stage, and it can be a huge stage for frauders and e-beggars. Well, you know, the police said not to, and, you know, the telemarketers said not to, and blah, 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 whatever. You know, you're not going to make me fall for it. And I will continue with this issue. As a matter of fact, I might be a little more prepared on it. So I would actually tell them that they should probably take the stupidity videos down quick, because I might watch them again. And I might look a little deeper into it, which I can, because as old number 7 knows, we're in the same state. You know, not a big issue for me. Mirror Bear, thank you for dropping by. Yes, we're doing okay. We've been very busy, Mirror Bear. I'm sorry I'm sleeping by the time you come on in the evening, and I'm not home during the afternoons right now. This is a month that I'm very busy doing a lot of lighting fixtures and other stuff. I do everything now, so I don't have to do it later. You will see us back again in March. We will be back around visiting your channel. I do occasionally pop in and throw a thumbs up in there. I don't say anything. And if I see that you have more thumbs down than thumbs up, if I'm not half asleep, I try to help that out a little bit too. Just so you know. Mr. I would stand with you against the fraudsters. I just want to label the... Well, you know, here's the thing, Mr. Raz or Harass. The fraudsters are fraudsters. And yes, there are few, and there are innocents. But if you start e-begging because of the situation, you are no longer innocent. You are involved. And to me, playing with someone's heartstrings or pulling on their strings, to me, is kind of a... I don't know how to put it. It's extortion, okay? You're extorting their minds into believing that it is necessary that they help you. And if you say it so many times, it's going to happen. And I have nothing against people making a living off of YouTube, but man, get 100,000 people or more, you know? Make a living. Don't just expect someone just to come out and give you big donations every day, you know? Not any one person's going to want to pay for your lifestyle when they got their own to pay for. And like I said, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying some are abusing it. And it's pathetic. It's very pathetic. Learn to do it on your own. Some of us live on nothing and do well. How can so many get so much and live terribly? I want to know. Lulu, love you. Hello. Ron White, hello. Well, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I do have a couple of things I have to do tonight. I'm trying to put the doors back on this old car here. It's broken down. I might need a donation to fix it. It probably, it's all messed up. It's tore up from the floor up. This old taxi of mine. It needs fixed. I might have to beg for donations. I don't know. Maybe we'll just pass. Maybe I'll just steal Bubbles' 50 quarters that he's been saving. Well, you can donate whatever you want there. That's okay. Ben, that's fine. You can donate. How many subscribers does that one show? Let's see if that's one of the originals. Because I told you.
That's the original one.
Well, let's make this interesting. Where is the swatting video or audio? I want to see it. I want to hear it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's grow. Please donate. Please. It was a terrible, life-changing experience. It was so terrible. Please donate to me. I know I can't show you any proof, but you'll believe me because I'm who I am. I'm a marvelous man who needs to go on vacation soon. Give me money, give me money, give me money. Whatever. Bite me. Mama. We got a star on the channel. He was going to donate to fix this car. I had another car. Let's find out if I can find that one. It might not be here anymore. Oh, no, there it is. See, here's the replacement. There's the replacement car. That's taxi cab number 8. Yeah, there's the replacement car. You see, those donations came in, and I fixed that old number 7. Now I have a number 8. And this one, as you can tell by the lights, used to be a police car. So that means it's got a police transmission. And I can haul ass in that one.
Didn't think I'd be ready for you, did I? But thank you for the donation.
Pathetic. Once again, you will have to read my About section and you will understand that I am about entertainment. Nothing I say is or has anything to do with any real people. Read it and weep and enjoy. This is my form of entertainment. If you don't like it, bite me. Yes, you ought to know about rumors and manipulation. You manipulate everyone you can. And you boo-hoo and blah-ha and hee-hee and ha-ha. This car was done professionally. I had this at a professional auto body from the donations from that clown right there wearing that funny hat. This guy. Too many cigarettes. Whatever. I should probably give you a wrench, though. Oh, you're not pissing me off, Cab. I'm having fun. But if you think you're pissing me off, you might need to take your meds. You're getting a little delusional. Because I don't ever really get upset. You understand, I do this for the funny. I don't do this for the money. It's entertainment. Getting him upset. I got a fresh drink, too, while I was doing that. Actually, I don't get triggered, unfortunately. But you can try. I'm not going to ban you. I'm pissed, admit it, not likely. I wish I was pissed. I don't remember the last time I was pissed. Let me think. I think it had to do with a custody hearing back in the 90s. I think that was the last time I was pissed. Because I don't have a temper. Matter of fact, anyone who knows me knows I don't have a temper. I don't get mad about anything. I just don't care. That's my nickname. He don't care. I know you don't have me banned. I haven't been to your channel. I haven't been in there bothering because every time I go in there, someone says troll. You know? Most people who called me a troll on their channel were wrong. They didn't realize there was other people. It wasn't me, but, that's okay. Anyone can come in on a troll channel and say, I'm Bouncer Slab, or I'm a friend of Bouncer Slabs. The next thing you know, I'm a troll. because a whole bunch of strangers do it. And I was aware of who it was, but I didn't care because there was so many other channels that I could go to. So I did, and I enjoyed it. As a matter of fact, I kind of enjoyed the larger variety. And I visited everyone, and I showed everyone. I haven't really unsubscribed to any of them. I mean, I stick with them. That's me. Otherwise, I wouldn't know what's going on, right? Breathe. I don't breathe. You probably evidently haven't been on one of my shows before. I will ramble and ramble and ramble. I won't stop talking until I feel like I'm going to stop, or until I pass out. That's me. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to change. And once again, in my channel, it's pretty much the way I do things. Thank you for your input, but it's unimportant to me. I enjoy just doing it the way I do it. Bragging about creating anger is just an admission that you can't create happiness in a precisely. Precisely. You've lurked in many of my streams, but you've been so afraid to talk? What? I mean, come on. When I go to your streams, I've talked. Why are you afraid to say anything? Is it against your false Christian presence? I mean, what? Come on, tell me. I want to know. You know? Because I know you're full of shit. I know you don't truly believe. I know you're truly not going to go to heaven as you wish you will. I'm pretty sure Satan has a place for you, buddy. Guaranteed. Deal with it. What do I have to prove? The only thing I'm going to prove is those words were just said. There you go. I said them. Who cares? And once again, they're unimportant. It's entertainment, man. Deal with it. How do you know? How do you know I'm not dyslexic and I go, woof, 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 woof. I'm a dog. I'm a dog. How do you know? That's what I thought. I don't believe in religion the way you do, idiot. Thousands and thousands of religions on this planet, okay? Not all of them can be right. As a matter of fact, I don't think any of them are. I think it's just a way to hinder the population into believing that they need to listen, bow and obey. So take your religion and shove it up your ass. And that's what I've been saying for about 40 years of my life. When I got kicked out at 12 years old, the Catholic Church. Take your religion and shove it up your ass. There you go. Just so you know. I worship within myself, not based on someone else's words, whether they're practical or not. Hi, Jenny. Quit trying to step into the almighty sandals. Dude, you're talking to a guy who's been dead twice in his life and came back on his own. Don't preach to me about the almighty sandals. Don't ever preach to me about the almighty sandals. What a funny guy. My God, he's such a loser. No wonder these people follow him. They have no life and they want to have someone to laugh at. Well, it's kind of obvious. You pray for everything, but you don't believe in religion, you know. And then you cry and pray and beg, and yeah, it's ridiculous, actually. It's hilarious to me. I mean, from my point of view, it's comedy. From your point of view, well, it's probably important. I don't know. But in practicality, I guess I could bring all my channels together. I'd be over 100K right now. That would be interesting. Well, that's the best thing you ever said to me ever. You was a Catholic. I was a Catholic. I was actually never a Catholic. I had a stepdad. I unfortunately was baptized when the little boys of his were baptized in the 70s. That didn't last long. Made it to First Communion and didn't go any farther. I liked the bread too much. I liked those little wafers. And they had to be mine, and I got them all. Judging? Well, see, here's the issue I have with you. Once again, you failed to read my about section. I am not judging you or anyone. I'm just making comedy. I'm making entertainment. If it gets under someone's skin because they are so vain that they think I'm talking about them, that's their problem, not mine. Read the disclaimer. Read my about section. And you will understand that I'm not here talking about any real people. But when you bring yourself forward and you want to be that person I'm talking about, that's a mental issue you have. That's not something I have to deal with. I'm sorry. But that's okay. You're allowed. I got to moderate you anyway. Make sure you stay here. Your judging doesn't faze me. Well, judging, I haven't judged you. You may be judging my words, but I haven't judged anyone directly. I think you should probably, let me think. Yeah, you should probably replay this whole video and check and see where I said your name, other than when talking to you. I don't think I judged you. Because I had this car? Because I have this car? That's judging you? That car judges you? This bear? This little bear here? This little bear with the funny hat? That judging you? No, I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure that's for entertainment. I'm pretty sure that's my characters. My imagination. Not yours. Too bad, unfortunately. It's not yours. It's my character. My imagination. It's the way it goes, man. You think you created something that someone else had years before. Years before. Just change the names a little bit, man. That's why I went to this. I was trying to be really like cool to you, and I went with Taxi Cab 8. See that? Cab 8. I was trying to be cool to you. And then you come and cast the stone. You cast the first stone like an idiot. That's okay. I remember you're not a religious person, so casting the first stone is not important to you. Which is okay. You probably got a chip in your wrist too. I don't know. Or in your hand. Whatever. Not trying to be mean or nothing, dude. That's the way it goes. There is your manipulation. Oh, because I gave you a wrench? I'm not manipulating with a wrench. Or see, I give everyone a wrench that I don't want to be banned from my channel. It's just my way of doing things. And if you notice, you'll see they're pretty much all moderators. I try not to get anyone removed from my channel. And I've had some pretty bad people in here. Not worse than me, but I've had some bad ones. Mr. Projection doesn't work anymore. Yeah, projection does not work anymore. Yes, I can act all I want, and that is my right. Channel 123, hello. You see, we have a new moderator. Actually, we have a couple new moderators on my channel. No, actually, I am not the worst. I am probably one of the best. You are correct. I'm probably one of the largest-hearted people and biggest. I'll give anyone kudos when they deserve it, and I'll give anyone help when they deserve it. Or if they had a hard time, I'll help them out. That's me. Everyone knows that. That's why they keep coming back. And I'm not talking about just online, okay? I have never actually had anyone beg for me online. Personally, like say, hey, bouncer, will you give me this? Or hey, no, I've never had anyone do that directly. I've seen them do it in chats, and I've seen them remove my wrench when I didn't give a donation after a couple of days. But where I am, people come up to me all the time, and I'm glad to help them. Even when I shouldn't help them, or there's nothing in it for me, I still help them. And most of the time, there's never anything in it for me. I just do it because, everyone needs bread, butter, and milk and eggs sometimes, okay? Do I do it at the expense of my own family's feelings? Yes, I do. Do I expect to get a medal for it? No, I don't. Do I want notoriety? No, I don't. Do I accept their thanks? I do accept their thanks, but I do not expect their thanks. Chris Marcus, hello. Chris, what happened? Did you change accounts again? Just curious. Chris did not change accounts, or Chris did change accounts. I was curious. I wanted to know. Shelby Sutton, once again, it's your opinion, man. You see, my opinion is actually not a bad opinion about anyone. Unfortunately, for your beliefs from what you have heard or seen, I do not hate anyone. But I do put out the facts. And I do make people look a second time and check things out. And oh, by the way, thank you. You should probably be thanking me for all the extra views I give your channels by mentioning such things, even though I don't mention your channels directly until I decide that it's worth it. Which is free, by the way. Worth it is free. I like to bring attention to certain aspects of life. Some people call them conspiracy theories. Does everything have to be positive? No. Does life deserve conspiracy? Most definitely. Conspiracy theories have solved a lot of issues. As a matter of fact, they catch the bad guy in reality. Cab says, Bouncer knows I'm a good guy. He is just too embarrassed to admit it. It has nothing to do with embarrassment. It has to do with judgment. It's my choice. I grew up around people like you. Acted just like you, talked just like you, smooth, you know. Dealt with it, done with it. Didn't say you were a bad person. I just choose carefully. Bovine excrement. Bullshit. Well, I just said I didn't judge. Yeah, I did. But once again, you're not reading my disclaimer. You're falling into it accidentally. See, most people take it seriously when I say shit. You should be smart enough by now just to ignore what I'm saying and just watch and have fun and giggle and look at the dark side of reality. Or look at reality and how dark you've become. It's your choice. I don't care. I'm not here to make friends, man. I tell people that all the time. I never came here to make friends. Matter of fact, I never expected to have more than one subscriber myself. Do I like to make videos for people so they can watch them and giggle and laugh? And yeah, I do. And I like to make educational videos about mushrooms. I like to make food videos. I like to make fishing videos. I like to make bottle digging videos. And I like to be a dick once in a while. And because it's my channel, it's my right. I'm going to be a dick. Okay, that's the way it is. And if this channel gets taken down because I'm too much of a dick, I'll just put up one of my other ones. I mean, it'll take them fucking 100 years to get rid of all of them. So, you know, no big deal. But of course, anyone who has more than one account is a troll, right? Whatever. Can I be your friend? If you're on my channel, you're watching my channel, you're invited into this channel, this family, this channel. But as far as friends go, unfortunately, I don't have space for friends. I have family. And in the world we live in today, family is more important than friends, although friends are okay to have on the backside. I'd prefer to keep my enemies close. Okay? That's me. Please. Oh, I'm not upset. Well, breathe, Bounce. What are you talking about, breathe? That's just me, man. That's just me. I'm overdue for a cigarette. You know? Calm down, old man. Wait a minute. Call me an old man? Dude, your balls hang lower than mine. Yours are probably draped over a chair right now, stuck under your knees. Tell me to breathe. When in a hole with a shovel in your hand, it's really best to, yeah, Mr. Ass or harass, you're right. I've had a couple of my dumps that I dig in pretty deep cave in on me, and I'll be covered to my waist. And let me tell you something. It's a pretty lonely spot to be in if you don't have anyone with you. Bottle digging is a dangerous journey. Unfortunately for Cab 7, you didn't give him the response he wanted, and I didn't allow it. There we go. He wanted to try to make that into a threat, Mr. Raz or Harass. But he did not realize that we were still talking about bottle digging. Love Lulu says, get balls. You got a ranch in my channel, too, and you wouldn't expect it, would you? I'm over 50 and a smoker, and I'm not judging you for smoking. Who cares if you smoke? If I want to say that you're smoking, you're smoking. But I'm pretty sure, once again, I didn't say anything directly to you. So, once again, this isn't all about you. But it's nice of you to try to attempt to make me look like the bad guy. I can do that on my own. I don't need your help. I can look like the bad guy by myself. That's the way it is. Yeah, possibly. But I think your balls still hang lower than mine. Cody, hello. Thank you for stopping by. It's nice to see you. How is everything going? Are you traveling along as expected? Yeah, I smoke too, so I shouldn't say, yeah. I've got big balls. She got big balls. Someone's quoting AC/DC. Unfortunately, I won't play that music here. I do actually respect the rules and regulations that are set forth by YouTube. Somewhat. Like, I made this not for kids. You can see the forest through the trees. Yeah, well, unfortunately, I can still barely see the trees in the forest, but yes, I can see the forest through the trees. Thinking about Nightcrawler sandwiches. They sound pretty good, don't they? Mama, how about a Nightcrawler sandwich or two?
I'll say that for the fish.
Well, we can do it with fish. We take there's extra worms. I picked a pile of them.
Tomorrow night they were going to bed at 7.
Grind them up. Mix them with the fish. Put them in a patty. Kind of make it like a salmon cake or a crab cake. A little bit of crumbs. I think that sounds good. I don't know. Oh, you're such an angel. I hope I grow up to be just like you, live streaming from my toilet, drinking a rattly drink. So, yeah, I'm actually not live streaming from my toilet. The shower curtain behind me is to keep the smoke from one room to the other in case I'm cooking and I forget that I'm cooking. So I don't want my smoke alarms to go off, so I hung the curtain there. I just enjoy doing different things, but that's okay. But the way Shelby Sutton talks, it seems like she might be a little angry at the world. And I'm sorry, Shelby. I'm sorry for, if you just found out tonight that your mommy and daddy are actually brother and sister and you're just a crusty mattress stain and product of inbreeding, I'm sorry. Okay, I really feel for you. Maybe you should give Cab 7 a donation. That might help. It might go away. It might go away. Lulu, love you. Shelby, you're a role model. Yeah. Yep. Role model, all right. And a junkyard role model. An old model car rolling down the road that's got no tires and it's on the back of a flatbed waiting to get built back up because it's all broken down, tore up from the floor up, hemmed up from the stem up, unfortunately. Broken like a drunk prom date. Have a good night, Mr. Razor Harass, and congratulations on the smoking thing. Unfortunately, although we all have the will to do it, we don't stick to it, A role model, God damn. A role model. One of those role models that probably stole my allowance when I was a kid, man. I don't kiss and make up. Ask Mama Cookie, she'll tell you. There ain't a lot of kissing that goes on here. Kissing spreads germs and girls are yucky. Don't you forget it. Girls are yucky. No, the silent moment was I was listening to see what was going on. I thought my kids were running around and it was the furnace kicking on. Once again, I'm old. My ears don't work well.
No way.
No. Chris Marcus, the Nightcrawlers, I picked them earlier, a couple weeks ago in the rain. We had some good weather for a couple weeks. You saw the video on the Nightcrawlers. It's really easy to string them. You take them between your fingers and you push the dirt poo out, and then you rinse them, soak them in some salt water. They're actually one of the most accepted forms of protein. When ground up and added to meat byproducts, it actually adds the protein to it. Not a bad tasting thing. We've all had it before. If you had a school burger or McDonald's, it's normal, okay? They just call it protein. Easy for them to grow, easy for them to raise, mass production. And in the meantime, I guess it's supposed to keep, methane out of the system. But I'm pretty sure methane's always been here out of the environment. I'm sure the methane's always been here, so I don't think we got to get rid of cows and start making meat in a petri dish. But yeah, the worms are okay. They'll be clean. Salt them, put a little bit of brown sugar on them, let them slightly curl, and then take them, throw them in a smoker in a fry pan or whatever, mix them with some burgers. Hey, who cares? I mean, you guys got to know how to eat, man. You got to remember, I'm the mushroom man. I eat wild mushrooms. And maybe that's why I act like I do, because I know that's what someone wants to say, but it's not. I only eat the good stuff. I don't eat the bad stuff. You know? Fish patty dinner at Nightcrawlers. Well, it would be perch or crappies, and I'm pretty sure I'm just going to use the worms to catch them. I'm not going to add the worms to the perch or crappies. I was just full of shit right there. I have eaten them. It was, not even a dare. It was just a military thing. High protein. Cockroaches are good too, man. They're fucking brown and crispy on the outside, white creamy on the inside. Kind of like eating one of them, those chocolate-covered cherries without the cherry in it. Girls are, ooh. Yes, girls are nasty. Yeah, ew. Every time I'm around a girl, I end up with a kid. And I don't know how that happens, because sometimes they just bring them with them, I guess. Lulu saying you actually eat them. In the past, I did eat them, Lulu. It was part of training. I do not eat them now. I will grab a grub now and then when I'm out in the woods. If I'm looking for mushrooms and I turn over a log and there's some nice big juicy white grubs in there, I'll pop them suckers in my mouth like a gummy bear, man. They taste nutty, man. They taste like walnuts or something, but they're soft and creamy. And me with a minimal amount of teeth anymore since my oral surgery, I'm not afraid to eat a nice big white grub. Chocolate-covered anything is good, yeah, well. The chocolate-covered ants, I kind of don't like the texture. The chocolate-covered bees and stuff, I don't really care for, but, it's not much different than a Nestle Crunch bar, I'll be honest. I've eaten them. Most of them came from overseas and stuff. They weren't terrible. I mean, unless you got the one with the stinger. yeah, then you're the dum-dum. Dum-dum with the numb tongue. But yeah, all of it's good. You can pretty much eat anything. Just always check before you do. There's levels of toxins and chemicals in certain things that you shouldn't eat in the wild. Stay away from certain critters. So far, earthworms have proven to be pretty nutritional. They have a high nutritional value. You can research it. You don't have to necessarily research it on YouTube. You can research it on Google, or you can go to the encyclopedia and find out the protein content is incredibly high. But then again, unfortunately for nature, cats have a higher protein content than dogs, and dogs have a higher protein content than beef. But we eat beef. So, choose as you will. I don't eat dogs and cats, though, okay? Just want you to know that. I throw that out there. I love my fur babies. Here's my jingly glass. Jingle, jingle, jingle. Evidently, some people get a little giggle in their belly when they hear that. Yes, especially the cicada. When they're green, they are not a good thing. When they turn dark, you can butt the head off and squeeze the juice out and squirt it over whatever dandelion greens or whatever you have in a small piece of foil, and then it's okay. High in protein, though. Protein is important. Chris Marcus, to learn about those, I would tell you the scientific names of the mushroom or the medical or medicinal purposes of the mushrooms, but I will kind of hint to it. I don't do that directly because I don't want to be responsible for anyone making a mistake by missing a mushroom, but you can go to a channel. You can go to a channel, he's here in Pennsylvania, and you can listen to what I'm saying. It's called Learn Your Land. Go to his channel. I know him. He's good. His name is Adam. Good guy. Used an idea that we had years ago and came up, and he's awesome. He is awesome. He's a good guy. We've all had the idea of mushrooms, but he used that idea. And he goes out and he makes videos about them. And let me tell you something. Adam's a pretty cool person. I mean, if you watch his videos, he's not afraid to tell you the truth about what's good and what's bad. And he'll even mention Bigfoot now and then. Because once again, he's from Pennsylvania. And you spend that kind of time out in the woods, you're going to see something. And it doesn't always mean you ate the wrong mushroom. I'm just telling you, okay? Because that has something to do with some of the videos that I have coming out soon. I'm just trying to figure out how to do it with a weird title like playing basketball in the gym and then put a Bigfoot video out so it doesn't get taken down right away. Because a couple of my videos I did with Bigfoot and the title were gone. Because they were actual videos. They weren't like videos that were subjective. We were a little close. And someone said it was clickbait. Rose Style, hello. Are you humming that song? I would like to learn a lot more about mushrooms. Legal kind. Well, we only do the legal kind, but you can hit the local cow pastures, Black Angus farms, trim the fences at night with a flashlight, shine the light, shut the light off, look for the glow-in-the-dark goodies. But I don't do them. I don't see the purpose in eating something that I'm going to probably spit up or get sick from later anyway and be all whacked out of my head. I'm already goofy enough. I don't need any help with that. But I do like the morel mushrooms. I like the dryad saddle mushrooms. I like the chanterelle mushrooms, the chicken of the woods, the hen of the woods, which are maitake mushrooms, the oyster mushrooms, the lion's mane, bear's head, claw, tooth. They're my favorite. The lion's mane and bear's head, claw, tooth are my favorite. They have the texture of crab taken out of the shell, and with butter on them, they are freaking delicious. They're like seafood, man. I'm just telling you. And there is shrimp of the woods, but I have not brought myself to eat them yet. They look good, they smell good, but then when I look at them again, they don't look good anymore. But they still smell good. But I don't eat them because I know that they are another type of fungus that grows from a poisonous fungus. A poisonous mushroom turns into a big ball of white blob crap, and it becomes edible, and it's called shrimp of the woods. I don't take the chance that didn't happen. Now, the big puffballs and stuff, people like to make big sandwiches. You can make a puffball burger, take a puffball, giant puffball, slice it, make sure it's white in the center. It has to be white. If there's any decoration whatsoever in it, it could be sickening because it could be a poisonous mushroom growing inside of that puffball. But if you get a nice one, it's nice and clean, you cut it up, slice it up, fry it in some butter, a little bit of olive oil, throw some salt and pepper on it, and have a burger on the side, and throw that puffball mushroom hunk cooked on top of that burger with a piece of cheese, you're going to thank me. That's all I'm going to say. There's many things in the woods you can eat. You don't always have to go to the grocery store. And while eating from the woods and knowing what you're doing, you are not filling your body full of chemicals that can, I shouldn't say, I shouldn't harp on the chemical idea because I do smoke and that's thousands of chemicals going into me, but I don't get it from my food all the time. Let's put it that way. That's why I fish and eat natural fish, and that's why I go out in the woods and pick mushrooms, okay? I like to balance it a little bit. Have some good stuff, have some bad stuff. I don't eat too many chips, you know. Herbs, yeah, herbs are good. There are some pretty good ones. I forget the name of the one, though. We were going to look into it, and we didn't look into it because it seems common, and I see people talking about it. I also saw something on the nettle, the stinging nettle, as being one of the most nutritious plants on the planet. Now, the stinging nettle plant could be very, very helpful for a lot of things, like some of the mushrooms we eat. But some people have a reaction, man. It's like sumac or ivy to their skin when they get into the nettle burns, you know. But evidently at a certain rate, they're good, just like the ferns, you know. Certain time of the year you can eat them. Cattails, the inner stem of the cattail is just like corn on the cob with butter, except you don't have little pieces of corn to spit out. It's soft, it's delicious with butter and salt. It's pepper, it's delicious. It tastes like you're eating corn on a stick. But I don't know how to explain it. It's like eating, corn-flavored carrots, but soft. There we go. Celery, corn-flavored celery, but soft, real soft, good, delicious. Have you tried horse? Unfortunately, I think we all have tried horse. A blumpkin. You can make a good summer dough off of morel season. I have several. Yes, you can. But you know, Cab, last year we had so many morels we didn't know what to do with them, and a lot of the people that we know that picked morels didn't do good. There was a couple guys that did amazing. I'm talking pickup truck back full piles. And we just happened to find a spot that had some really beautiful morels, and you can see that in some of my videos from last year. I gave them away. I mean, we ate and kept a couple days supply. I never keep them for more than a couple days. My daughter loves morels. My neighbors do, my friends do, the people that are around me, you know, that's pretty much who I give them to. I don't make them pay for them. Yes, it is profitable, but if I'm going to profit, I'm going to profit off an antique bottle, not mushrooms. I mean, to me, mushrooms, if they're safe, they should be shared. Would like to grow my own lion's head. It's lion's mane and bear's head tooth is what they're called. They're very similar. They kind of remind you of a coral mushroom, which you have to be careful with some of them. But I mean, lion's mane and bear's head tooth are, I don't know what to tell you. There's studies. I'm going to put it this way. There's studies that lion's mane and bear's head tooth have a chemical inside of them that can completely erase certain brain issues, okay? Blood flow to the brain, it increases blood flow to the brain. Alzheimer's, they're working on it. That's why they're being grown everywhere now, because they're having positive effects and actual reversal of Alzheimer's. Something that was never, they were never able to do it with the actual drug, but for some reason, the combination of what's in this mushroom does it. And they taste like crab. So, I mean, hey, it works on the neurological stem of your brain. It works on your neurological system, literally, from your spine up into your back, your medulla oblongata. And, I'm not going to get into it. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. But they are good for that. They do increase intelligence. And that is a proven fact. But then again, so do the maitake mushroom, which I said is called hen of the woods. And if it's picked at the right time and doesn't taste pissy or bittery, it is an amazing edible, and it actually tastes like morels. It'll taste just like morels to you. I mean, when you cook it, and I like to clean it real well. I clean it better than they say to clean it. I clean all my mushrooms good, because you never know when something's in it deep inside, because they grow in layers. I put a lid on it, some butter, sometimes a little bit of garlic, fresh crushed garlic. When you take that lid off, the first thing you smell is morel. But when you eat it, it is like the texture of a perfectly cooked, I don't know, portobello, a nice soft portobello mushroom, but smaller pieces. and it just dissolves in your mouth, and it's so good. And yes, it will give you the shits if you're not accustomed to it. That's the only side effect I've ever had from it. Some people cannot eat certain wild mushrooms. Some people have issues with them, and they might get a bellyache or whatever, but they do clean you out. They also make you feel 100 times better within 2 days. And then you want to go out and find more because you feel good. Now you got the energy to go out in the woods and pick them and climb those hills and find those mushrooms where you were struggling before, you know? Nettles and ferns, yes. I am jealous on the morels. We have a few down here in our side. Yeah, Chris Marcus, unfortunately, the morels, if they're over harvested and they're not cut correctly and you don't leave some spores behind, it can be an issue. But if you do, or if you happen to find some that are like laying over and you know they're bad or going bad, dude, break that thing up. Don't believe anything anyone tells you unless you understand the mycology of it. Break it up and throw it all over that area and let that spread in a year or two. And you could have, well, actually, it's generally the next year, but you might have a pile of them around you, you know? We found that with the chicken of the woods. If you cut a chicken of the woods off a tree, and it's the only one you find, if you take bits and pieces of the thicker part, the part you're not going to eat, and you trim it thin and you just throw it around the ground, they have a tendency to find their way. And they will grow. And then you got tons of chicken of the woods. And let me tell you something. Them suckers are good. That's one of my favorite mushrooms too. But I'll tell you, I like the hen of the woods, And the morels aren't bad. But chicken of the woods can be amazing. It can be just like chicken breast. Yeah. Oh, and I need to be under the right tree. Yeah, well, yeah, Mama Cookie found that out this year. She found 2 beautiful Maitake mushrooms. She made a video. You'll hear her going, Maitake! And them damn things were underneath a black walnut tree, and I didn't pay attention to what tree we took them out from underneath. And they were beautiful, and they looked perfect, and we got them home, and certain aspects of them didn't, the color was a little bit off, but they weren't the black staining polypore. They were actually chicken in the woods, Maitake mushrooms. And because if you know anything about the black walnut, if you ever tried a black walnut from a wild walnut tree, it's a little bitter. Well, guess what? That mushroom had that taste passed on to it. So they had a little bitter taste. It didn't have a walnut taste. It had a bitter taste. Almost tastes like Bigfoot or a fox or something pissed on it, but it didn't have a smell, so we weren't worried about that. So it just happened to be a bad tree to pick under. No other incidents of bad mushrooms picked under any other tree. Just that black walnut tree for some reason, who had some of the nicest looking mushrooms we ever saw, but they just were nasty. Well, like they say, sometimes you eat the fish and sometimes the fish eats you. Well, the same goes for mushrooms. That mushroom ate us. It was, it didn't do nothing to us. We all ate it and we suffered through it. And I figured out ways to flavor it and make that go away. But I don't want to ever do that again. I mean, that was an accident. I'll be paying attention to what tree I'm picking by. I always tell people, stick by your red and white oaks, for your Maitakes. Elm trees and the tulip trees and the poplar trees, they're really nice to find your morels around. Chanterelles along a lower stream bank in the grassies where the dead trees are falling. Chanterelle, another delicious mushroom. Lion's mane, I like to look close to conifer trees and moisture. Wherever there's a lot of moisture in conifer trees, you will find lion's mane and barehead tooth. I would like to find more of that. We don't have a lot of conifers right where I'm at, so we don't have a lot of luck with it, but I do get them, and when I do, they are eaten immediately. They don't get a chance. They don't run away. And I'm sorry I changed my rant into mushrooms, but once you guys talk about mushrooms, it makes me hungry. Well, Cab 7, those mushrooms will make you intelligent. Certain mushrooms. Now, remember, other mushrooms will mess you up. And unfortunately, some people get messed up and don't ever come back, but I've never eaten any of those, so. And if I did, I won't tell you. Yes, Mama's correct. The chicken of the woods is awesome. I never take all of anything I find. Well, exactly. Never take anything, all of everything or anything you find in the woods. Never do. It's the same as when we're fishing. We don't take everything we catch. It's a slot size, and it's the same goes with mushrooms. But spreading those spores around works really good. And using a basket, not a bag, a basket. Use a basket. Has some air holes in it. Just use that basket. And when you're walking through the woods, that'll spread it more, I mean, give nature a helping hand, and it'll help you later. Because a lot of these areas where we pick these mushrooms, there are no longer any deer or rabbits or bird, nothing. We don't see nothing because the other animals there have destroyed that section. And we're not going to talk about those animals, but the mushrooms still grow, so we can get those. Yes, I like shiitake mushrooms, Cab, but I have not personally picked any. I have looked at them, and I have not quite learned to identify them from other mushrooms that are lookalikes yet. The same with the honey mushrooms. We have so many freaking lookalikes right around where we live. You have to be careful. You don't want to screw up, And we're running out of neighbors to experiment on and say, hey, man, try these. They're really good, You can only do that for so long before you don't have any neighbors. You know what I mean? So I'm going to do a little more research on certain ones, but there's mushrooms that I really like. I like the choice edible mushroom. If it's a choice edible, I like it. Shiitake, of course, is a choice edible. Much better than a lot of the other ones. A lot of people like boletes and stuff. I don't get into the bolete mushroom. I mean, we find them all the time. I wouldn't mind finding a few more old men in the woods or black trumpets, but unfortunately, you can't find them all because not all of them grow in the same areas as each other. Some do, but some don't. There's also poison ones that grow along with them, and they look close, Scary. I love that jingling bell. Glad that was brought to my attention. Yes, most are medicinal, Chris Marcus, and they do taste good. Noah Neva, hello. It's going fine. Never an issue here, you know that. I use a mesh onion bag. Very good idea, random commentator. Very good idea. Mesh onion bag or a basket, It will spread the spore. It's important. It's important. Well, everyone, I am getting close to I was supposed to be off an hour ago, but Cab 7 decided to encourage me to stay on a little longer, so he knows that I'm not a total troglodyte. And I spoke simple term. I did not try to be all holier than great art thou or be better than anyone else. I just talked about stuff. And I hope everyone had a good night. I hope you learned something, but remember, anything you hear, always research. Check. Don't just go out and do something because you heard the name and you think that's what it is or you saw it. Check. Do the research. Do not put yourself at harm's way. Do not put yourself or your children or family in danger. Getting diarrhea is not dangerous unless it doesn't go away, okay? But be careful. Just be careful. That's why I don't give any direct information or pictures or anything of these mushrooms. But on my videos, you'll see the actual mushroom. Even the morels, man. I got bad news for you. There are bad morels out there. There's what's called a false morel. And it looks just like the morel. Everything is a morel on the outside. But when you cut them, the stem is solid and not hollow. A true morel has a hollow stem. A false morel doesn't. And that is pretty much, if you're a beginner, that's pretty much the most important thing to remember there. True morels have hollow stems. They're always hollow, like a drinking straw. And the mushroom itself is hollow. A false morel is not hollow. And don't make that mistake. But we've fortunately been lucky enough to not run into any false morels because, I'm still a novice myself. And I'm not going to lie. I might have grown up in Minnesota and eat many types of mushrooms, but certain mushrooms you have here or we have here in Pennsylvania are different than what I had up there. Yes, I'm hungry now too, Roadhog. Roadhog knows exactly what I'm talking about, mushrooms. I use a pocket-sized Nation Audubon Society field guide to identify mushrooms. Yeah, I probably should do that too, but I'm more, I'm random, so I'm going to take some chances. I always eat the mushrooms first. I test them first. So I don't make my family try them or anyone else try them. I do it myself. I'm self-destructive. If something happens, it happens. But I generally study close enough to know all the little details, right down to the split gills on a oyster mushroom, how they're not straight, the split gills and down the stem. I study all the little details. Now, when my eyesight goes away further, it's going to be tougher. And will I get something bad? Yeah, I might get another white mushroom that looks like one. But in reality, the only place that other one, what's that other mushroom called? The angel something? Angel wing mushroom? There is a mushroom that looks like the white oyster mushroom called the angel wing. It has been known to cause sickness and even death in Japan, I guess, but no cases here in America. So either we're too educated to eat those stupid things, or they're not as toxic here in America. I mean, maybe it's something to do with the ground. I don't know. But I'm still not going to do it. I hear about people eating them, but I'm not going to do it. I'll stick to the oysters. There's enough of them out there, Yes, chanterelles, amazingly. Chanterelles do definitely look like string cheese, sort of, inside. If they have too much color, red or orange inside, and they're not stringy, 9 chances out of 10 you accidentally picked yourself a non-hollow jack-o'-lantern. Which, now, it's not known to kill people, but it's known to make you sick as a devil. And it can affect your nervous system. So stay away and learn those mushrooms carefully, because there are different types of chanterelles. There's a regular chanterelle. There's the ones that have wrinkles. There's more of a false even chanterelle, but it's an edible one. And then, of course, there's a cinnabar chanterelle. There's different variations. The black trumpet, that's a chanterelle. All choice edibles. Just learn the difference, because once you pick one, you will never make the mistake of picking the wrong one again. Not that you'll die, but that you'll learn what they look like, what they feel like, and what to expect. Some of them are ugly like lobster mushrooms, but hey, you find them, you're lucky. Let me ask you a question there. Okay. I don't have an old school one. I don't. I used to have some black ones and some real nice raised relief ones. Nothing great. I mean, they're just the junky regular globes, dude. There's nothing really good. I had some bartender ones. You know what those are, the hollow ones where you had the bar inside and that. But nothing old. I actually haven't seen any old ones. Duncansville, the last time I was in Duncansville, which was a few months back, was the last place I saw any real nice old school globes, good ones. But because I don't really look at globes anymore, I don't know what the value is. I kind of stay away from them, unless, of course, there's the night globe, the black globe. I think the best place to find one would be a bigger market where they have a diverse selection, and other than that, I mean, if you're going to use the globe to track the coronavirus, it's futile. Just, man, that's another thing. Y'all need to go out and get your vitamin C, your vitamin B complexes, plenty of fluids, build up the water supply you have, keep it just in case it gets out of control in the United States, which there is a practical. Well, it's practical. It might get out of hand. Lots of vitamin C, folks. Lots of vitamin C. And if necessary, keep your alkalinity in your body, your pH, keep that regulated, and you won't get sick anyway. Doesn't mean you're immune. Just means if you keep it up, you'll be okay. Okay. I mean, that's not medical advice. That's just suggested advice that I've gotten from medical people. Cab, I'll see what I can do about finding a globe. If I find one, I'll make a video of it for you, see if it's what you're looking for. That's the best way for me to do it, because I hate people wasting time and money, effort, travel for something that isn't exactly what they want. And I'm pretty good at trying to find people what they want. And I've been doing it for a long time. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you have a good night. I'm over 2 hours, so I've had enough. It was nice of all you to come in. You heard my ranting and raving. Y'all think I'm an idiot. That's okay. We like it. He's in state. He used to draw state maps. That's good. I knew a guy. And he was an engineer. He made a lot of maps, but most of them were for the man-made or artificial lakes we have around here, like Racetown, Glendale. He was the guy. He was the guy. You might even know him. His name was Bob Cree or Robert Cree. He had just passed away a couple of years ago. He was a great engineer, and he was the one who plotted Racetown, and he was the one who plotted Glendale. I mean, amazing man. So geography is also amazing, yes. And geography also helps you find mushrooms. Yeah, topographical map. It'll tell you everything. Have a good night, everyone. Bye. Ron White, have a great night. We'll see you the next time.